everybody's day is going well. Wanted to share with you a new song that I'm working on. It's a house track, and thought I'd do a couple videos in this series, kind of take you through what I'm doing, how I'm doing it, sound design, arrangement, etc. I'm just gonna let the cameras go, and thanks for watching. Oh, got a cat. Come here. Everybody, Ed's here. Say hi, Ed. Alright, so I guess we're gonna sit like this. Alright, here we go. Hi. Okay. Ed's here. He's gonna help us out with the song. I'll ask for a few things going here. I like to do kind of a song arrangement up top here. You don't have to do it, I just do it, and sometimes I stick to it, sometimes I don't. It just kind of gives me a little kind of a structured path. What I am basically doing is I've got a kick drum so far, a clap, a bass, a main lead, and a filtered lead, and a side chain. And what the side chain does is the side chain ducks the bass. It's the bass is tied to the side chain, and it ducks every time it hits, and it stops the kick and the bass from fighting with each other. So let me go through a couple of the sounds and show you what I'm doing. Okay, the first sound we're going to do is the bass, and I'll show you how it sounds without anything on it. I mean, not a bad sound. Okay, let's get up here. Alright, so what I did is I put an EQ on it. Just took a bit of the low end out here, and I might actually cut that down a little bit. There we go. I took some high end out. And then from there, I show you what I did with the compressor. So if you watch the compressor, see how it's keeping the time, going to 1, 2, 3, 4, just like the kick drum. What it's doing is that's the side chain. So I have it side chained to the kick drum here, and I have it set at about a 16 to 1. Is that 16 to 1? Yeah, I have it just kicking it like 16 to 1 ratio, so it's compressing a ton. And I have it synced up to the beat here. And then from there, I put the sausage fattener on and just added some low end and some harmonics to it. And that's what I've got so far. So that is the bass. I'll go over the kick next. The kick is just a 909 kick. I'm probably going to switch it up and do a little more sculpting on it, but for right now it works in the song. All I did is I used Ultra Beat, which if you don't have Logic, it's just a drum sampler or drum synthesizer, and all the DAWs have their own version of something like this. So let me show you what it sounds like by itself. Yeah, typical 909 punchy sound. You can see it's clipping a little bit here, and we can fix that. What I did is I put an EQ on there, so I boosted a little bit, about 180 or so, and then took a little bit of the low end off and the high end. Like I said, I'm going to probably switch the kick and sculpt it a bit better. From there, I put a transient designer on to really show the transients off, and it is a little heavy on the circuits overloading a little bit, but I'm not hearing any distortion, which is good. Okay, so yeah. So basically, I'm running a attack, and I'm doing a little bit of sustain. I'm probably going to bring it down a little bit. And after that, because this thing's clipping right now, I put a limiter on here. Limiter is set to 0.03 dB, so it won't hit over that 0 threshold. And I'm getting negative, like about a dB and a half of reduction right now. That's what it sounds like. And the next thing we have is I'll show you the side chain and the bass together. That'd probably be the best thing to do. Okay, so I'm going to take the side chain off this bass first and show you what it sounds like. Okay, so we're going to take the side chain off. And this is what the kick and the bass sound like together. Okay, next thing I have is a 808 clap, I believe, used. So basically the clap is on the 2 and the 4, kind of like a snare drum would be. For house music, the clap's really good. I like them. So this is what it sounds like without anything. So it's a little harsh. Put an EQ on here to take a little bit off of the low end, and then take some of the high end off here too, so it's not as harsh. And then I didn't compress it at this point, and the other thing I put it was a pan man on, and he pans back and forth to the left and the right kind of randomly for some fun stuff in there. So there's that. Next sound is a lead. I've already bounced this down to audio, and this is what it sounds like. So, just kind of repeats that over and over again. So I put an EQ on here, and took off a ton of the low end because it doesn't exist. And took some high end off here. And then I compressed it a bit. You see the compression, I've got a compression about 4 dBs. And that's all I've done with that so far. And the last track I have right now is this lead synth with filter, and I haven't done anything to it yet because it's already bounced down to audio. So I've already done everything I think I need to do to it, but it basically, how's it sound? It's got a filter on it, so it kind of goes, the EQ kind of goes from low and kind of opens the filter up at the end here. Alright, so that is the song so far. Let me go ahead and play it for you, and here we go. Alright, so that's the song so far. I've got some work to do on it, definitely, but I like the way it's sounding. The only other thing I want to show you is what I put on the mix bus. Some people put stuff on the mix bus, some people don't. Personal preference. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. On this one, all I did was I put the J37, which is a tape, emulation tape machine, and I set it to this setting, so the formula is 815 tape, and it's at 15 IPS, which is inches per second, and it just gives it an overall, let me play without it, it just gives it an overall, like, brighter feel. Without it. Now here it is with it. Without it. And with it. Cool. And the last thing I did was I put a compressor on here, and I did a really small compression, so it's at like a 2-to-1 ratio. And I did this just for kind of a glue effect, to kind of glue the sounds together. Here's without. And here is with. So it kind of glues it together. I'm not doing a ton of compression on it, just a little bit. And you just adjust that to taste. You don't want to over compress anything, because then it's just going to sound terrible. That's all I've got for right now. I will keep working on this song and update everybody later. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and just email me at jason@mrkaplan.co or shoot me a comment below and I'll get to it. Thanks again for watching, guys. Bye.